So, it's the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace this year. Do you remember when that film was released? I personally don't, as I'd yet to be released myself from the womb. But lots of people did go see that film when it was in theatres and loved it.
There's no way it's going to be a disappointment.
Non-stop.
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 Before inevitably coming to their senses years later. But at least the next one was good, right, George? The next one was good, right, George? I figured what better thing to do than revisit it all this time later. Though not the version I know. Oh, no. I'm talking about the PlayStation 1 tie-in that was released around the same time in 1999, when video games hadn't quite reached the same levels of artistic narrative vision that they would later become. And since they've now updated it for the PS5, I simply couldn't resist seeing what this game had to offer. So, I present to you Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, the movie, the game, 25 years later, a retrospective. Now, this game was developed by Big Ape Productions. Look, there he is, the Big Ape himself. These are the same boys responsible for The Simpsons Wrestling just a couple years later, regarded as one of the worst games of all time, or at very least in keeping with taking someone's IP to make a shameless cash grab game out of it.
The heavenly powers compelled in the LU.
I'll have to forgo playing the title crawl with audio out of fear of copyright strikes, but at least it's included in the game. I wonder if it will be true to the source material. The game has fully recreated cutscenes in all their 90s glory. This droid does not know where or when it is. Honestly, props to them for bothering to do this at all. I'm pretty sure movie game adaptations back then usually just ripped footage straight from the films and inserted it between gameplay, but yeah, they actually stayed consistent here, and I like that. Even if some character models are absolute nightmare fuel. You're still graced with low-res JPEGs on loading screens, however, so not to fear. The graphics of the game itself are actually really nice on PS5. They did a good job upscaling them here, whilst retaining the glitchy PS1 charm I'm sure many find nostalgic. They're still better than that Peaky Blinders game I played recently. After rolling around a little, I approached this droid, and to my surprise found there are multiple dialogue options in the game, which kind of impressed me. I wasn't expecting that from this game at all, although if they had released this nowadays, I would be scared they might be hopping on a trend and trying to turn Phantom Menace into an RPG. The dialogue itself is actually quite funny in many instances too, being able to say stuff not uttered in the film itself, like pointing out the completely obvious poison gas seeping from the floor here. The robot then gaslights us and says it's just steam, even though we're losing our health right here. After killing some droids, familiarising myself with the controls and pressing some buttons, this one just displays a glitchy picture of Padme. I'm not sure why. Da fuck. The game then immediately throws droidicas in our face, to which I died. I then worried since there was no memory card I would have to restart each level every time I died, but thank God the PS5 version lets you save and rewind at any point. Not sure I would have been able to get through it otherwise. More of the gameplay than I would have liked involves making your way through events, here with random droids that electrocute you at potentially any turn, along with this giant exposed fan I nearly stepped into. Maybe I'm meant to destroy it? Well, that didn't work. After about 20 minutes, I figured out I could deflect blaster fire. I mean, how was I meant to know that before? The game never told me. These crates are too perfectly positioned to be dropped on these droids, like I should be able to push them, but I guess my force push just isn't strong enough.
Don't hurt me.
I assume I was meant to cut the power, right? I'm just kind of going with the flow since there's no objective markers. Oh, now that's bullshit. Dude just spawned right in front of me. I saw that. After a section of shifting lifts and corridors that lead nowhere, I don't know who constructed them in this way or for what purpose, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon escape on a ship down to Naboo. Oh god, here we go. You can swim in this game, although I don't know if the swamps of Naboo are the best for that. God knows how many diseases Obi-Wan has contracted now. Wow, look at these light rays. How next gen. Combat in this game isn't restricted just to lightsaber, as you soon come across your first blaster, which I don't remember Obi-Wan wielding in the film, but I guess a little leniency for the sake of gameplay is okay, even if you're dancing outside the areas of what one might consider staying true to the film. I wonder if killing that toad was canonical. Then you come across Jar Jar randomly, and Obi-Wan is just like, who the fuck are you? Before he runs off. His voice line glitched out a little there. Jar Jar then insists we move this log to reach him.
Push that log to get up here.
My force push simply won't work on it.
Push that log to get up here.
Jar Jar, I'm trying, just give me a minute. Oh, you have to actually push it with your hands? Why give me force powers but then make it so I can only manually push things? You can also equip Gungan energy balls, but they don't actually do anything against Jar Jar, so they're basically useless. They're also useless against actual enemies as well, though. You have Jar Jar constantly yelling directions at you here, making it really feel like one of those preschool learning games where like Winnie the Pooh will be instructing you on how to match the letters or some shit.
Jump to the top. You should come up here.
I know I have to be there, Jar Jar, but I don't see a way up. How did he even get up there? He does have that super high jump ability, doesn't he? Or am I just misremembering that from the Lego Star Wars games I played as a kid, where he probably only had that ability because he was useless in any other sense?
Who are you?
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Daddy.
I have no time for you.
Lol.
Misa clumsy, but Misa still help.
Oh, Jar Jar wants to help. I wonder what plan he has on his mind. That's not a plan, Jar Jar. My god, there's so many of them. Yeah, I mean, that was bound to happen really, wasn't it? Seriously, again? This Mountain Blaster was actually quite fun though. Before long, we meet up with Qui-Gon and head to the Gungan City, where things take a dark turn. You see, we promised Jar Jar would be nice on account of his people not liking Outlanders.
An Outlander! We have been invaded!
We warn the Gungan boss man that their planet is under attack, which follows the movie thus far, everything's fine. But then Qui-Gon says we have to rescue Jar Jar as we need him to help be our navigator. Obi-Wan raises a fair question here.
Why do we need that worthless creature?
He is still an important life form, and I will not see him suffer.
Well, I mean, that's a good answer, Qui-Gon. We wouldn't want other life forms to suffer now, would we? What the fuck? After reminding Obi-Wan of such a sacred lesson, we then proceed to rescue Jar Jar, and I promised I wouldn't kill any Gungans.
Do not hurt these Gungans. I sense that you look down upon them, but they are living beings nonetheless.
So I'm just politely force pushing them out of the way. Not just the men, but the women and the children too. Although I did kill one of these things, just to see if I could. How do they live down here anyway?
Oh, you gonna get pasted, Outlander.
These Gungans are so damn aggressive, man. Yeah, this guy seems mentally fine. Why have they got fish tanks in an underwater city? Just look out the window. Eventually you have to pull your blaster out and kill one of them to progress, so I guess we're just not all being true to source material and we're throwing cannon out the window now. I didn't want to shoot these people, but they were advancing towards me with spears. That was self-defense. Nah, screw it, they've seen too much. This really is dark timeline Obi-Wan, just murdering innocent people that took me in, completely against the Jedi Code. After that you find a room where you can't reach the controls without moving a box around. Actually, no one could reach these controls. Who designed this room? And of course you have to do each corner. Then I got stabbed whilst engaged in conversation before continuing my murder spree.
Can you raise the bubble lifts for me?
I will help, but tell nobody.
I won't tell anybody. And neither will you. You then rescue Jar Jar and head off, not telling Qui-Gon about any of the lives you claimed along the way. Unfortunately, the section with the big fish isn't playable, but you do get to watch it, except no one says anything or is fazed at all by what's happening. Arriving at Theed, we're of course immediately split up from our party yet again.
Take cover!
Oh my god.
Ouch time!
Are they dead? The controls in this game actually work pretty well for one of its age, he said as if he wasn't the exact same age. This big fish does not look friendly. Oh yeah, definitely not friendly. A light repeating blaster. This is starting to get ridiculous.
Come on!
Jesus, did it really hurt that much? What the hell? Dude, I was nowhere near at that time. Oh, this is some bullshit. Proton missile launcher? I'm building up a whole arsenal here. Oh, that'll be what the proton missile launcher is for. That tank took forever to destroy.
We must escort the Queen to safety.
I must travel to Coruscant.
Then we must travel to Coruscant.
We need to reach the Queen's ship. There's a passage underneath the palace. This way.
We're cut off!
Of course we've been separated again. I'm sure I'll be able to keep the Queen safe. What? How?
When you are ready to continue, Jedi.
Oh, when I'm ready to continue. Is that right? Okay, well Padme, I would move, but you're in the way.
Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about you, girl. I have to. You won't fucking move. Oh, well, that's just unfair. You can't jump me like that. Oh, come on, man.
You should really lock your doors.
You should mind your own business. Get out of my home.
Oh my god, stop attacking me mid-conversation.
Follow me.
She She isn't following me, is she?
I feared that I had lost you, so I decided to remain here. When you are ready to continue, Jedi.
Padme is fucking rude in this game, man. What is it with the AI in this game? When I need them to follow me, they don't. And when I need to clear the area, they stand in the line of fire any chance they get. This training droid is going crazy. Come on, Padme. We have to go and meet your future husband.
I'll travel into town, search for the parts we need.
But the Queen has ordered her handmaiden Padme to follow you into town as well.
Come along, then.
Don't worry about my safety. I've been trained in self-defense.
Oh, I do worry about your safety after that last level. Arriving on Tatooine looking for a T-14 hyperdrive generator. Trust me, that's important. We're immediately attacked by Tusken Raiders like 15 feet outside of town.
Put away your weapon, friend. There's no danger here.
This may be more dangerous than I thought.
Well, is it dangerous here or isn't it? I feel I'm getting mixed signals.
Give me some room.
What the hell? I thought there was no danger here. Well, I haven't even met Anakin yet.
This may be more dangerous than I thought.
Padme, please shut the hell up.
That pod racer is mine. Come see me race tomorrow at the arena.
Do you ever win?
Yes. Place a bet tomorrow and you'll make lots of money.
Yeah, I won't be doing that.
I've got the death sentence in 5 systems.
Who cares?
This may be more dangerous than I
Damn, I
thought.
shut the hell up. So in this level you have to find the hyperdrive you need, which means finding Watto. But to find Watto you have to complete a load of side quests, like freeing this guy's home from criminals to gain access to another guy's shop.
Step into my store. If there's anything you need, let me know.
Well, I need health, like, really badly, actually. Now, he doesn't have what you need, but if you talk to my favourite Star Wars character, Matt Rags, he also doesn't have what you're looking for.
My name is Qui-Gon Jinn. I am a Jedi in the service of the Republic.
Should you be telling people you're a Jedi, Qui-Gon? Dude, what is that noise? It's so annoying.
This may be more dangerous than I thought.
Jesus Christ, where the hell is Padme anyway?
Whenever you wish to proceed.
I proceeded like 15 minutes ago. Oh no, she's stuck. Am I gonna have to restart the level? No, okay, good.
Hey you, come here.
Yeah, he was definitely gonna mug me. Anyway, I found Watto's shop, but I couldn't get inside, so I continued to explore aimlessly.
Get out of my house.
What the hell?
Better stand back, mister, cause I'm about to slash all my prices.
Okay, he got me with that one, I can't lie. This guy also doesn't have what we need. But he does tell us if we want to find Watto, then we should find Anakin at the slave quarters. So we go there and ask another slave boy where he is.
Searching for a boy named Anakin. Do you know him?
Yes, I'm a middle-aged man looking for a young prepubescent boy. Could you tell me where to find one? This kid does point you towards his mother, who immediately asks you to free him and take him off-world, which is just an insane thing to ask a complete stranger you just met.
Can you find a way to free Anakin?
Yes, Anakin will be free before I leave this planet.
And then we get to meet the pod racer himself.
Hi,
You must be Anakin. I've heard much about you.
you're a Jedi, aren't you? All Jedi carry lightsabers.
The Force is strong with you.
Strong enough to be a Jedi?
No, not really.
Anakin says Watto has the parts for any ship, and we can take a shortcut through the junkyard where men with goddamn industrial mining equipment try and run you down unless you're quick enough. Seriously? Then Jawas attack you. How is this a shortcut, Anakin? At least you get a fuel converter off them. Then you finally meet Watto, but he won't sell you the T-14 for anything less than 2 fuel converters. But you need those fuel converters to trade for the pod racing parts. You need to fix Anakin's pod racer so we can win the race tomorrow, which you plan to bet on to win the T-14 and Anakin's freedom. But you can't bet Republic credits because you can only bet with Pegards, which you can't get unless you meet with Jabba the Hutt just before the race tomorrow. But first you have to find those pod racing parts, so you need to visit this guy at this bar who won't trade your credits for a thermo control system, but you will trade them for another fuel converter. So you can trade those 2 fuel converters with this guy for a mass coupler. And all this time you had Jawas shooting at me because I killed the other Jawas, which was actually a really cool detail, and that particular factions will turn against you if you harm one of them.
You're the Jawa killer!
Then these guys started attacking me because I killed the Jawas. So they had to kill all of them too, which made Anakin stop talking to me.
I won't help help a murderer like you.
Then I went back to this guy who I saved earlier, and he gave me an engine binder, which he didn't offer me before for whatever reason, but I had already fucked myself up too badly. I had no health, and everyone with a weapon in town was attacking me on sight, which meant they saw me before I saw them, because the camera angle is fixed in this awful position, and there's not exactly a map telling you where enemies are, so I gave up, restarted the level, and retraced my steps. Now Padme tells us Jar Jar has gone missing, because of course he has, but I quickly find him in a bathhouse or something and tell him to go back to Watto's shop. I ended up trading a portable fusion core at Naboo to Watto for a couple of fuel converters, which I then traded with this guy for a mass coupler I needed. Also, this guy wanted me to rescue his son, but to do that you have to defeat a big monster, which I could barely do as I nearly ran out of health, but by the time I found the health pickup, it regenerated its health bar back up to full, so I guess I'll go fuck myself then. The only reason I managed to kill it is because it got glitched in this cage, so I was able to spam attack it. Then I was able to free the guy's son, and in return he gave me a repulse booster. Then I went back to this guy and he gave me an engine binder, which I traded along with the repulse booster to this guy at the bar for the servo control system, which meant I finally had all the parts that Anakin needed to build his pod racer, and the level was finally over. Why the hell was that so damn complicated? Even when I figured out who you could trade with, everyone chopped and changed their minds on what they wanted to offer you, which meant you didn't even know who to talk to next. That was the most convoluted level of anything I've ever played. Why was Jar Jar in that bathhouse? Now it's the next day of the races. Hey, who's that guy? And we have to go meet Jabba. Oh my god, he looks dreadful. Regardless of if you agree to fight it or not, he then releases a giant monster that throws poop at you. At this point my patience was wearing thin, so I put on cheat codes for infinite health, which made the game so much better. Oh no, I killed Jabba about 20 years too soon. I hope that doesn't have any adverse effects. Yeah, that seems about right. Trying to find Watto again, you have to buy this guy jury juice to take to him, and then you have to buy his mate a drink too. Did we really need this side quest? I then inadvertently turned over a man to this bounty hunter.
He's drinking at the 7G Lounge.
I'll finally capture Team Dom, and Jabba can feed him to the Sarlacc tomorrow.
Not completely sure that's an honourable Jedi move there, Qui-Gon, but this is the dark timeline. After that, he chased this fucking lizard around the area because he stole something out of Anakin's pod racer. Followed by an epic boss battle with this random guy who collects junk to get it back. Anakin wins the race, does not say goodbye to his mother.
Come along, Anakin. The destiny awaits.
Thank you, Qui-Gon. Anakin is a special boy.
Leaving Tatooine, we come across this mysterious stranger. The lightsaber combat in this game is spamming the attack button, pretty much. Then he runs away, even though he was winning that fight, and this invisible wall stops me progressing. Oh, I have to move this rock. Couldn't have easily jumped over that now, could I? After besting them all in combat, we escaped Coruscant, where we then start playing as this guy? Really? I honestly don't remember his name. At least it makes more sense that he would wield a gun though. The Coruscant level in Jedi Survivor was honestly what I've always dreamt for in a video game, so let's see how this one compares. After our taxi is blown up, we have to make our way around the city towards the Senate. You get this weird side quest where you try to flog off your Electra binoculars. Hope Padme doesn't mind us doing this, given she's actively trying to be killed at this very moment. Followed by some riveting crate moving gameplay. I'm sure this is great for you to watch. There should be a company in the Star Wars universe called Crate Dragon, but like spelled crate instead of crate. I think that would be a good pun. Disney, hit me up if you want to use that. Padme starts dying over and over again, some fucking how. What's going on? Who are these guys? I killed everyone out here. Okay, well maybe don't stand on the edge of the platform and you won't keep dying, genius. After more tedious crate moving gameplay, you get, oh, more vent gameplay, wonderful. This just seems wildly dangerous. Making your way through the underlayer of Coruscant filled with evil people.
Even people die pretty quick down here.
You return to the surface and meet with the trustworthy Chancellor. Then they decide to just give you a mid-story title crawl for a whole portion of the game they didn't want to create levels around, which I just found hilarious. Back in Theed for the final act, Padme makes her way through the city. This taser gun is absolutely useless. Okay, how was I meant to play this whole game without health cheats? Come on. Dude, I refuse to believe this game was playtested before they put it out. There's no world where this would be possible to finish. Am I even meant to be able to destroy this? Oh my god!
Choice is yours, my Padawan.
Well, that didn't happen in the film. These lightsaber sound effects really aren't grating on my ears at all. What are they doing with these empty-ass rooms? They really hadn't figured out lighting in 1999, had they? I wonder why Padme moving around crates didn't make it into the final cut of the film. Nah, George will probably CGI it in for the next re-release. What? I literally landed on the platform. I feel I'm meant to be able to grab this crate. Oh, it's this teeny tiny button hidden here. Dude, if Obi-Wan had to actually do this insane puzzle mid-fight, his master would have totally been dead by the time he reached them both. That was actually quite a fun puzzle. Would have been better suited for like a Resident Evil game or something, but can't have everything. Whoa, what? There's red lightning here? Well, I have grenades. Is he gonna die or like get back up or what? It's just kind of awkward. Oh, whoops. Oh no, Qui-Gon's dead. Spoilers.
You are no longer my student. You have become a Jedi Knight. The Force will be with you always.
What a thrilling ending, followed by cursed 1999 game cutscene. Padme's fit here is actually insane. Why did she feel the need to do this? Well, that's it, gamers. You know what? For 1999, that wasn't even that bad. I had fun. The Naboo Crone, my favourite Star Wars character. Joel Orskin? Nah, I'm sorry, I'm done here. What's this music video? Oh, it's just Jewel of the Fates over some potato quality footage of the film.
Not condone a course of action that will lead us to war.
My god, this audio is shocking. Got a soundtrack available on Sony Classical. Gee whiz, I'll be sure to get it. It's my favourite music platform.